Welcome to the Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire.
What up? Welcome to the Waiver Wire, where fantasy players become fantasy legends. We have
What's up,
the
y'all?
whole crew here today, baby. You know, when we originally came up with this idea, it was the three of us sitting around doing hood rat things and just kind of yelling at each other about sports. And I think that it was like, you know what? This could be a podcast. Like, we could just do this and all yell at each other, and it would be fucking hilarious. So here we are. It's finally come to fruition. I live out in Kansas, which is very far from Texas, so it's quite the drive, but my guys made it out today. We just did our fantasy football draft, which is going to be our first down, what we're going to talk about. But did you guys check out Serena Williams? Did you guys see that Serena Williams?
What about?
Like where she was playing and then she got knocked out, but she was in the U.S. Open. I don't know. It was
She got knocked out? No, I did not see that.
some girl
Not literally
jumped,
knocked out.
she got some girl jumped the net and knocked her the fuck out. No
How
way.
she got knocked out?
Serena for sure beats the shit out of every single other tennis star.
So she's done and she's retiring?
She was retiring. It was her last hoorah. She actually won and she beat the number 2 whatever in the world I don't know how tennis works.
Yeah, number 2
This is
ranked.
why this is a fantasy football podcast.
Well, and I bring up Serena because I was watching it like not understanding tennis at all. I was like, what the fuck is going on? First of all, 15, 30, 40?
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
It's love,
Explain that
15,
to me.
35.
Love.
I can't explain any of it to
Yeah.
you.
Okay, here's the other thing that drives me crazy about tennis.
It would
They-
be easy.
they get-
Didn't we talk about this one time?
Did we talk about tennis?
About how it should just be 0, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, of course.
And then,
No, but okay, so they get a serve. So let's say they serve and they hit into the net. That's called a fault.
correct.
Right.
And you
No,
get a second
no,
serve.
I'm sorry. No. That's not. If Philip Rivers throws it into the ground like he did many a time, they don't go, well, that doesn't necessarily count.
Well,
That-
in tennis, you get 2 serves.
it's ridiculous.
Well, what do you get a foul
It's
ball?
ridiculous.
It's like a foul ball.
Well, maybe foul ball shouldn't count either, but it makes me angry.
Yeah, you
in
get.
tennis.
They should
It makes
be
me
out.
angry.
You get
Makes me
3
angry.
ball. You get 2 2 strikes, 3 balls
I
before
would
anything
argue-
happens.
I would argue
and you
hitting a
can
baseball
continually.
is infinitely harder than hitting a tennis ball.
Correct, but have you ever tried to serve a tennis
Yes,
ball?
and tennis
It's not
is so
necessarily
hard.
easy.
It's very hard. I'm not saying that what they're doing is not hard. I'm saying it makes me angry that there's
And
not.
so,
It would make the game go faster if every time they did that, it counted a point against you. Can we not agree that?
I mean, it's
Would it
just,
really
a,
make the
it's
game
just
go
a different
faster?
game.
They play. This is the other thing that blew me away about tennis. These bitches played for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, well, the
I was
men,
like, my
the men,
God.
Oh yeah, the men's,
And the men's
is even
go even
longer,
longer, right?
yeah.
Get the
They
fuck
can.
outta
It
here.
can. I mean, they
Okay,
can play
well,
5 sets and
Let
shit.
me help you fix this, tennis.
There is no time frame and
Wow.
time limit on. They have like a certain time
There
that they
is
have
on
to
my
serve.
life. Well,
It's just a different sport.
Anyways,
It's for rich white people from fucking England, bro.
It's hard. I've tried to play tennis before, and it is very difficult. It
That's
takes a lot
why
of
it was
cardio
so amazing what Serena and Venus did, is because they are not rich white people.
Yeah, that King Richard movie was awesome, and to have siblings be that dominant, it's I like if Tiger Woods' brother was the best in the world, like that's not necessarily.
Well, yeah, and there was a time where
Tiger
the
Woods had a
only
brother.
competition
Exactly.
was the other one.
Exactly.
Like they
yeah,
were
it was
they were
just-
their own
it was-
competition.
they were 1 and 2, and they were just dominating everybody else. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Who else in sports was like that?
I mean, I guess
Like
the Mannings,
brothers and-
Like that.
Like brothers and sisters.
Yeah, that dominated the way
the
they did.
Mannings. You could argue Peyton and Eli
They didn't
because but they didn't dominate.
though.
They didn't dominate. There's
Like
really not.
Eli wasn't. I mean, like Peyton. I guess you could say Peyton did dominate. I guess in a sense, but nobody really thought of Eli as the same level quarterback. He did win
He
2
did
Super
win,
Bowls.
yeah.
He dominated Tom Brady.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
He did
Any other
not
siblings? I don't
dominate
think
him.
any other siblings have ever dominated a sport.
Yeah, no, I'm
like
trying to think.
these
I don't think
two.
there's any other brothers or sisters that I can think of that.
I mean, there's definitely brothers and sisters that have played. I mean, but
But not that are the best ever. I mean, Serena is the best. She's the best
She's the
ever, and
best
Venus
ever.
is probably the second
Or,
best ever.
you know, and-
There's the argument for the other ones.
She's definitely probably top 5, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
so
yeah.
shit.
Anyways, welcome to the tennis podcast. You didn't know that, did you, baby?
You started
Double faults are fucking stupid. We're gonna get to the
started
first
this.
down. Here we go.
First down.
Do you want to talk about soccer first, or
Fuck
are
no.
you done with
Really?
sports that you don't care
Oh,
about?
but you know what? I will talk
Tennis over soccer. This is great.
For sure, tennis over soccer. For sure, tennis over soccer.
He doesn't play FIFA though.
I am watching that Wrexham with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. They bought a soccer team, Wrexham,
right.
and they're like in the bottom level. They're in like
Of the English league?
yeah.
Okay.
And so they're trying to get them up into the Premier
Which
League.
is the
and
cool
stuff.
thing about how they have it all set up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is like in between. I don't even know. Is this a
got
part
him.
of it?
I try to get
Fuck
Johnson
soccer! Fuck soccer!
First down.
So, we just did a draft. Right before we started this thing here, we did an 8-team draft.
It's my brainchild.
Yes, it is Dannon's baby. He is the commissioner, and it is a offensive player position, which
It's controversial, yeah.
it is controversial. You can have 2 quarterbacks.
Essentially.
you can start 2
You
quarterbacks.
don't have to, but you can put
Well,
any
but you
offensive
probably
player there. But yes, you can
Yeah.
start 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, and Dannon had a strategy that I agree with, and I think I really wanted him. If I was in a position to do him, it would have been like, yes. And I guess I could have, but I did Cooper Cup instead. I didn't go that route. He did. What pick were you?
5th.
Yeah. I wonder what do we have the draft that just happened?
I do.
Oh!
We got a guy now.
finally.
Hell yes.
Usually
You've got everything by
Usually
round?
me and
I
Dan
do.
just sit here and go, did we? Where are we?
Ready to go.
What are we doing? We don't have
So
anybody to correct us.
what was the picks? How did they go?
First round?
First one, Jonathan Taylor. McCaffrey
Yep.
went second.
Oh.
Cooper Cup.
Cooper Cup 3rd.
That was me.
Third.
Cooper Cup was me.
Make Me Sprout Russell went with Justin Jefferson. Josh Allen was the first QB off
That
the
was
board.
me.
That was Dannon.
Good pick. I don't disagree with that one. I wanted him.
Especially in
yeah.
the 2 quarterback,
Yeah, I would have picked
If I'd have had 8 and nobody took quarterbacks, I would have gone Mahomes and Allen.
Yeah.
Right there
No.
at that turn, just to like fuck with everybody.
yeah.
Right.
But
You would have
so
dominated.
your friend Dalton was
Yes.
making fun of me for drafting a quarterback in the first
I don't
round.
think he understood that the offensive person could be, because he took quarterbacks very late, and I think that
But I would say that if you decided to take quarterbacks late, he got the best late
Matt Stafford.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He got Stafford and Cousins, and both of them
Yeah.
have the potential to be top 15 quarterbacks, right?
yeah. And I mean, the quarterback touchdowns is 4 points, so it might
Right.
not be that much. I mean, you might end up seeing that maybe your second quarterback, like mine, is Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow might have certain weeks where it might have made more sense to start Chris Godwin or some of these other people I have on my
so
bench.
that's my theory here is it's harder to set the perfect lineup with an 8-team league because you have such a good bench, right?
The draft was hard.
Yeah.
That shit was hard. There was tons of people out there all the time. Every time you came up, you're like, oh fuck. Well,
I was
what do
honestly
do
just
here?
trying to make my best starting lineup, right?
Yeah.
And try to get an advantage at certain positions that I felt like I could get advantages at.
Yeah. So let's go through it. Mr. Key, what's your team?
My whole entire team.
Yeah. Well, I guess how did you
Starting
draft?
lineup right now.
What were your first picks?
I went with Derrick Henry and Patrick Mahomes. I went with the
Yeah.
workhorse, Derrick Henry, of course. A lot of yards, a lot of touches, and Patrick Mahomes. Rushing touchdowns, throwing yards, rushing yards.
Yeah, and
gives
you
all of
knew
it.
when it came back around that if we were doing this quarterback thing, you weren't going to get that.
Right, for sure.
Yeah.
And honestly, if Derrick Henry hadn't got hurt last year, he'd have been the number 1 pick. I would
Yeah,
imagine.
I
right?
agree.
I mean, he was on pace to like fucking crush some fucking shit.
It's weird because you know how I feel about like used car.
Right.
Like I feel like after the injuries pile up, and we were talking earlier about how early on in the year I totally believe in it because he's going to kill it for you. You're going to get 30, 40-point games from him.
But he's had full seasons before,
yes,
right? Like
yes.
he's not
probably the
necessarily-
outlier.
He's not like he's Christian McCaffrey.
No, not at all. He's built like a fucking freight train, and he looks like Adrian Peterson 2.0. You know, I believe if anybody can break this mold of what I believe the old used running backs is, it's definitely Derrick Henry. So
for sure, I think he's still young enough, right? I mean, shit.
Yeah.
So who's your? You got a second quarterback?
I did. I picked up for my next 2 picks was Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Throwing, a little running.
I had him last year, and he's fucking awesome until he got hurt, and then I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah. And then also the rushing touchdowns are 6. So with Lamar,
it makes that's the other. So that was the other reason to make passing touchdowns 4 is because it makes the rushing quarterbacks a little. It kind of evens the
Josh
playing
Allen.
field, right?
Like
so
Josh Allen.
2 quarterbacks forces you to use more quarterbacks, making that position relevant.
Yeah.
And then 4 points for a passing touchdown, but still 6 for the rushing. Gives you an advantage if you feel like you've got the more rushing touchdown. It gives Lamar Jackson, makes him a better quarterback in this particular league.
right? Yeah, for sure.
If he stays healthy, that's fucking solid. Right.
That's nice. Yeah.
He needs to stay healthy.
What else you got on there?
Javonte Williams, DJ Metcalf, DJ Moore, Darren Waller was surprisingly still on there. What round I got him in? Saquon Barkley was very late as well. No one wanted to touch him.
No, not I.
Saints defense. Yeah.
He's hard. He's just a tough one, man.
But he's not on your starting lineup, right?
He is my,
He's
my
your
flex.
flex.
Oh, okay.
He's a flex.
You could switch that out.
I am Tyler Higbee, AJ Dillon, which I think is going to steal run touches from Aaron Jones for
I like
sure.
that pick too.
Devontae Smith. He's got to throw somebody.
Yep. No, Devontae Smith.
I was looking at
Devontae Smith in all my other leagues now, and I really believe in that pick. That's a very good pick. Heisman Trophy winning Devontae Smith. He was the.
Did
Heisman
anybody
Trophy
take
winner.
that kid from Alabama that's hurt? That got
Jameson
hurt.
Williams. I don't know if that. Not in this one. Probably not in this one because
Probably
this one's
not.
so deep.
Because there's no reason to have him.
I mean, the last picks were you were still choosing between really good players. So
Yeah.
Dan, how did yours go? Let's see.
Well, so my strategy then was I wanted to get an advantage at a few positions, and so I wanted to get quarterbacks high, and then I also wanted to get the tight end high. And I've never used this strategy before, so I just figured I'd give it a shot.
Yeah.
So I went Josh Allen, and then Russell Wilson is my other one. I kind of hitched my ride to the fucking Broncos a little bit here.
Yeah, you're heavy Bronco.
Week 9's gonna be rough. So then I got Travis Kelce, right? So I figure that he's absolutely gonna be Mahomes' number 1 target. I would think. And he should be, he could be possibly the best tight end. And so, since there's only like 6 good tight ends.
He's going to get a shitload of targets, I'll tell you that much. I mean, no Tyreek Hill. The Travis Kelce's going to get 15 targets minimum a game.
Right.
So, yep, absolutely.
And then, so obviously then I had to sacrifice wide receivers and running backs because I went quarterback and tight end heavy early, right? So... But I felt that there was values in those mid-range picks, and there's a lot of upside for a lot of these. So Cam Akers is and Josh Jacobs are my running backs. I kind of told y'all that I was good after Josh Jacobs. But if they have a good offense, he should score touchdowns if he can stay fucking healthy.
I've been high on the Raiders this whole time. Mr. Kiet over here is a Raiders fan. He will always rep the Raiders. Now, this is because... You're from that area?
I grew up in Los Angeles, so Raiders in LA when I grew up. And then they went to Oakland, and you don't really change teams like root for the Rams or something like that.
Yeah.
The Rams weren't a cool thing when I was growing up.
Were the Rams in LA?
Yes, they were in LA when I was growing up before they went to St. Louis.
Okay.
But you get your ass kicked for being a Rams fan. It was weird.
But I mean, this is a good year for you guys. This is a really good year for the Raiders. I feel like the adding of Chandler Jones, the addition of Devontae Adams, these are big names.
Yeah, man. It brings me back to the days when, we got great wide receivers like, Jerry Rice was on the team for a little bit. Randy Moss is one of my...
Tim Brown.
Yeah, Tim Brown, man. I wish he would have got one.
Tim Brown was awesome.
Yeah, he was amazing. But, adding Adams on the squad brings me back to, getting people like that. Hopefully... We can make it through this.
Well, and I mean, y'all's division is fucking stacked. I know that there will be some losses back and forth. I think there's a lot of splitting that goes on in y'all's whole division. But I believe in the Max Crosby, Chandler Jones.
Yeah, like
that's one of the ways to win in the NFL is that your defensive line is nasty and gets after the quarterback.
Right.
I can't imagine. So you double who? If you double Chandler Jones and you leave Max one-on-one or with just a tackle and maybe a tight end, good luck. I mean, they're gonna be good. So I know you said you're the secondary, and I know that's probably a hole for y'all. And y'all's defense probably won't be elite. Y'all will probably be just good enough.
Right.
But I think offensively, I think y'all score points.
Yeah, but we had run down a lot of good quarterbacks in our division.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
All running
Derek
quarterbacks.
Carr's going to definitely have to step it up, have his best season.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he's got more weapons. There's no excuse. And fucking Hunter Renfrow. Shit.
Yeah. So,
All right,
what else did you have on there?
So then I was going to go quarterback, but because he took Mahomes and there really wasn't anybody, the next few quarterbacks, I was like,
that's what I ran into.
I don't really care which one of those I get. I figure I will get one of them, and I'll just wait and see if anybody else picks these guys up. So I went Deebo Samuel.
My exact thought.
And then I have Deebo Samuel, and then I went Jerry Jeudy, because I figured that one of the Denver receivers should have a really good year. And then when I came around a few picks later, Cortland Sutton was still there, so I picked him too. Because if one of them goes off...
I didn't realize you did that.
Yeah, well, because I was like, well, fuck.
All in.
I was like, what if Cortland Sutton goes off and I got Jerry Jeudy? So I have them both. And there was a time when DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett were both top 20 receivers. So it's not like Russell Wilson doesn't have the ability to get them the ball. But
yeah, what are you gonna do? You gonna start both of them?
I doubt it. I'm gonna wait and see what happens.
Good luck he throws on the goal line.
Yeah,
it just depends. But I mean, I picked up Allen Robinson,
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah, and then I also got Alan Lazard,
Cordell Patterson. Yeah. Nice. Ramondre. Okay.
My theory is that my quarterbacks will carry me through to lots of wins.
Yeah. No, I think that's the right way to look at this 2-quarterback league. I mean, I don't know if my friend even knew that was the situation with the offensive player. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
Well, he knew after the first couple rounds because he asked and I told him.
Maybe he just still thinks that no matter what, the way to win is by having
right. And I mean, I could be wrong.
Skill positions.
I usually don't ever take the first tight end, and I did that.
Yeah.
And I did. In a 1-quarterback league, I never take a quarterback until fucking like 8 or 9 or some shit. All right, what you got?
Okay, so I started off with Cooper Kupp. I was number 3, and went Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, and Cooper Kupp. That's what's going to be going on a lot in my house coming up this next year because I drafted in my league at work, and I also drafted him in this one. I've been saying it for too long.
So you've been out on Jamar Chase, huh?
You talked me out of it.
Well, yeah, because you've been literally saying you would take Cooper Kupp with the first pick. Dude, all the way until like 2 weeks ago.
He was so consistent, and when I looked up his numbers from last year, I'm like, shit.
You'd be so pissed off if you took Jamar Chase and Cooper Kupp did what he did last year.
It's true. Even if he does
so angry.
Even if he's
I kind of wish you did it now.
I'm gonna be mad no matter what because Jamar Chase is.
You should have probably done Jamar Chase in this one just because you have both of them.
It's a good point because he didn't make it out of the first round of this one.
Justin Jefferson went fourth.
Yeah, I went Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Josh Allen, Najee Harris, Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry.
Jamar Chase. Oh, Dom got him.
Yeah. But yeah, I went Cooper Kupp, and then when it came back around, because I was number 3, so I had to wait a little bit. And then I was stuck in the dilemma that you talked about. Actually, Justin Herbert had been picked, and Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. So now I was in that phase of like Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, and I was like, well, I'm not in love with that, and even if that is what I end up with as my first one, I'm okay with it, even if it means I have to wait. But I'd rather get another great receiver because I'm so high on receivers this year, and so your boy Devontae Adams is still sitting there, and I'm like, shit, I could be Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams. That's a nice little tandem. So I went Devontae Adams with my second pick. It came back around, and I knew then I had to get on the quarterback. Not another quarterback was picked, but I knew I had to get my first one, and I like Jalen Hurts. I've been high on the Eagles.
Again, I was eyeballing him. That was going to be my next pick.
Rushing touchdowns. You know, he's going to get some rushing touchdowns.
And that was the first pick you stole from me.
Yeah, stolen.
He stole like 4 of mine.
So, well, we've talked quite a bit about who we like and don't like. So we have kind of a mind of what was going on. But yeah,
I did go with your strategy though. I only took good. The only player I took that's on a bad team is Cordero Patterson.
Yeah, and he's the wild card because somebody's going to catch these balls, and he's also a running back that plays as a receiver.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a cool cheat code.
He had like a few games where he had maybe not double-digit catches, but 5 or 6 catches.
They line him up as a fucking receiver. They don't even line him up in the backfield.
When he came into the league, he was a receiver.
Yeah. And then I did something kind of out of character that I haven't been doing in these other drafts, but I kind of thought that because of the 8 team, that we're all going to have such good teams that I couldn't have a bad running back. Elijah Mitchell, Miles Sanders.
You wanted an elite.
I needed to be somewhere in that elite level. I needed to have someone that's in that top 15 talk. And I think DeAndre Swift is that. I like DeAndre Swift. He's on my question.
He's your first running back?
Yeah, he's my first one. I took him in the 4th round. I took DeAndre Swift. And I think, the Lions are a question mark team for me. They weren't like a green light, like draft every Lion. But I do think the Lions are going to be better, and he's going to be a big part of it for sure.
You've been watching Hard Knocks?
Yeah, I watched the first episode, but Hard Knocks is kind of boring.
I know.
I think I watched the first episode. It's not really fun to watch. Like, unless there's like a character on it or like something happens, it's not really like the best. I don't know. It's boring. Yeah, it's kind of boring. But yeah, and then so I did DeAndre Swift. Came back around. I did Michael Pittman Jr., so I loaded up with another good wide receiver. I really am big on Michael Pittman Jr. I think Matt Ryan is going to get him the ball, and this is, I think, his 3rd year. So usually for a receiver, this is where they kind of...
He did really well last year with Carson Wentz.
He did, and they're going to take the next step, I think. I think the Colts are really good. The defense was already there for the Colts. The Jonathan Taylor's already there. The offensive line is there. The Michael Pittman, and I mean, all they need is as a quarterback. Matt Ryan, I don't love him. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl, but he's an upgrade from Carson Wentz.
He should be able to get him the. He's definitely He's
better than Carson Wentz.
He's been a quarterback for good receivers before.
Yeah. And then we came back, and it was time to quarterback again because it was getting into the Trey Lance, Matt Stafford, that area. I knew that I didn't want anything less than that as my second quarterback, so I did Joey B. Y'all know I ride with Swaggy Joey. I love him. I love that ride that he went on last year. I'm going to hop over to his dick as soon as I jump off of Tom Brady's, but Tom's just got to let me know.
I ride that one yet.
I ride and ride and ride, and I won't stop. I won't stop, can't stop. I won't stop, can't stop. Hey, listen.
I'm not on his team, though.
Oh, am I wrong? I know. I always do this. I talk a big game about my love for you, and then we get into that. But when was he taken?
I almost took him.
Oh, it was way before. It was in the 3rd round. It was in the 3rd round, and Dom took him, and so I didn't do it. I didn't draft him on my team, but let's see, what else did I do? I did Joe Burrow. Then I did George Kittle. That was after Darren Waller left. That's my last. George Kittle's my last one that I accept as this is a good tight end. I have a good tight end that I can lock it in and leave it at least for a little bit.
So all 3 of us got. Hopefully.
Well, that was my juggle right there, Kittle or Waller.
Yeah.
Kittle's solid.
Yeah, I think
Year over year.
always in my mock drafts, if someone took Darren Waller before me, but Kittle was there, I still went Kittle because I was like, okay, I'm happy with that. I'm not mad. If it's Darren Waller or George Kittle, I'm happy with one of those tight ends. So I'm happy that I can lock my tight end position with George Kittle and be happy with it. Then I went Elijah Mitchell, so I'm all in on the Niners again. I've done Elijah Mitchell in every single league.
So your running backs are DeAndre Swift and Elijah Mitchell?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got Miles Sanders for my bench. So I got Chris Godwin and I got Miles Sanders.
Oh yeah, Godwin was another one that I wanted.
Yeah, I took Godwin.
I even said it. I was like, I know he's gonna take who I want.
And then after that, I did it again to you with Juju.
Oh yeah, that one too.
Right after you were like, you always take my pick, and then I went bloop. But because we talked about Juju, and I mean, he's the number one on this team.
I was gonna say,
he's running in the number one spot. I imagine he's going to catch some balls. Balls will be thrown in the air and catching by the mouths.
There's definitely.
As long as he's not doing TikToks, he's fine.
Yeah.
As long as he's not doing TikToks.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't care about any of that. As long as he's got to stay healthy because his last couple of years in Pittsburgh, he was in and out with injuries, and he's definitely older. Well, he's not that old actually, but he's older.
He had a couple good years with Ben, and Ben was nothing.
Yeah.
At that point in his career.
And listen, Patrick Mahomes is going to make these guys look good. He's going to make them look good. So,
there's potential there.
Well, it was a lot of fun. It went pretty fast. It only took us like 40 minutes.
It didn't take long.
It'll be interesting to see because the waiver wire is stacked with people. So we will definitely keep y'all up to speed and let y'all know who's winning. Hopefully it's me. I think I'm fly Eagles fly. I'm pretty heavy on the Eagles. So
Eagles are your head. Mine's Denver.
You're Denver. And what you got multiples on your team?
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
Good. That's really how you should be. I try to aim to be that way, but I definitely did a couple.
They can
of
get
Eagles.
you into trouble for sure.
Yeah.
I could regret some of this shit. Who knows?
No, but I mean, in the Broncos offense, I think will come around and be really, really successful. So you got every bit of it.
Yeah.
Hurts me to hear and say that.
Yeah, but you know that Russell Wilson Russell Wilson just.
I think we're gonna find out how valuable it is and how stupid Seattle was to give up.
It's
their
like
franchise
reminds me of when Peyton Manning came over. It's like, oh no.
Yeah. I don't think they have the same defense as they did.
I don't think it's quite like that. But Russell Wilson's better than what Peyton Manning was at that point in his career.
He's still got a lot of good.
So you have a little, like.
They paid him like he did. They gave him 5 years, fat money. See,
that thin air up there, he's gonna launch that ball.
Yeah, that's true.
That ball's gonna go.
Courtland Sutton's big on that shit.
All right, we shall go to the next one.
Second down.
All right, we're going to talk about week one. Week one is upon us. It is the greatest time of the year, just like it is Christmas time. It's basically Christmas Eve. We are this close to the start of the football season. We just talked about the draft, and now we're going to talk a little bit about the week one matchups. A lot of pretty obvious ones to me. I went with Vegas on almost everything. There was only one game that I didn't, and it's Green Bay. Spoiler alert. But the first game, Buffalo at Rams, that's a fucking great game. Thursday night game.
Right, Buffalo gets to take on the Super Bowl champs.
What a way to start off the fucking year. This might be the Super Bowl. This could be a preview of the Super Bowl. These might be two of the best teams in the league.
Well, it should be two of the best teams in the league, right?
Yeah, I think at the Rams, it's a little disrespectful, but I think they are just kind of
favored on the road. So you think they're going to cover the spread?
I do. I think they win by a touchdown. I think they come in and look really good. I think there might be a little bit of
Super Bowl
hangover.
How's Stafford's elbow?
There's that question. There's the question.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Van Jefferson is already banged up, and they've lost Odell Beckham Jr. So yes, Allen Robinson is a nice addition, but do they have a full squad? Are they ready to go? Are Cam Akers and Darrell Henderson have both been limited in preseason because they're both still dealing with injuries? So I don't know. We'll see. I think, yeah.
Right.
And all of that could be a lie, too, just to keep them out of preseason. I think a lot of teams do that. But
I would. Shit, wouldn't you?
I'm going to pick Buffalo. I'm going to pick Buffalo.
Buffalo minus 2.5. What do you think, Keith?
I like Buffalo. I think Buffalo's going to come along
minus
strong.
Minus 2.5.
Yeah.
I'm taking the home team Super Bowl champs.
Yeah. I mean, I
high
get
scoring game. Come on, I'm rooting for Josh
I hope
Allen.
it's a great
though.
game. I hope
But if
it's- I
I'm
hope it's
betting on
close
it,
game.
I'm gonna take the home dogs.
Yeah, heard that. So Buffalo at Rams is where we start off, and then these are some of the noon games. New Orleans at Atlanta. Not too much
say
to crack
8.5?
there. That's a 5.5. I believe. 5.5. Yeah, and I took New Orleans to cover that. I think New Orleans is definitely Marcus Mariota. I'm not going to pick Atlanta a lot this year. There's not going to be many games that I think Atlanta has the advantage in. So
Yeah, New Orleans got a good defense.
yeah, and I mean Jameis should
5.5
be all right.
home dogs though.
Yeah, but it's Atlanta with Marcus
First
Mariota.
week.
Marcus Mariota.
Do you remember Marcus Mariota used to be good in college?
Oregon?
Yeah.
Was that Oregon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they went to the national champ. Did he play? Was it Marcus Mariota against Cam Newton
Yeah.
and Auburn?
Yeah. Yeah, and Cam smoked him.
Nah, that was a pretty close game because I remember I had bet on it a lot.
Not towards the end, though, right? Because they scored like twice.
It was because I remember being super nervous. I could have gone either way. And
Okay,
Cam came
okay.
down and fucking scored. I did one of those mattress Mac where I.
So you taking Atlanta?
Yeah, fuck it. Home dogs. I don't want to, but I'm gonna. Yep.
Okay.
Home dogs. That's what you do. You bet on home dogs. 5.5. Come on.
Promo code draft.
You know what? I'm gonna start Cordell Patterson too.
DraftKings. Then we go to San Francisco at Chicago. I don't like Chicago at all. San Francisco is a 7-point favorite on the road. I'm going to ride with it because
7-point home dogs. I'm definitely going Chicago. Come on, the Bears.
Okay, all right.
The Bears.
Riding
Justin
it out.
Fields is gonna come out. Somebody's gonna go. He's gonna be waiver week one waiver wire pickup number 1. Somebody's gonna want him.
Don't think so. I think Trey Lance comes out here and
come
looks
out
good.
look like dog
No,
shit.
he's gonna come out and look good. Debo's gonna go off.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, George Kittle's gonna score. They're
But
all
7
gonna, Elijah
points
Mitchell's gonna
in
score.
Soldier Field in the Windy City.
There's that.
You don't go into the Windy City and win by
There's
7.
the bad dialogue between Roquan Smith and the head of the Bears.
San Francisco's gonna eat too much fucking deep dish pizza the night before.
Nah, fuck
be
that.
fucking
San Francisco
slow
all
and
day.
shit.
I drafted a lot of Niners, so I got.
Keith.
That's a tough one. I think San Francisco is going to pull it off. They're
Yeah.
going to win by like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
with
see
you.
Chicago
That's a
doing
tough
blowout.
one. They're gonna win by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't see Chicago doing much this year.
Yeah, Chicago's
They got a
gonna
brand
suck.
new coach, new belief. Come on, the Bears.
No Bears.
Come on.
No Bears. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. I think this is a blowout as well. I think Cincinnati comes out and looks good. They fixed the issue of the offensive line over the offseason. They are running back with all these young wide receivers. Joey B's
There
been
it
chilling.
is. There it is.
It's
Yeah,
been-
stroke it. Go ahead.
Yeah, oh, man.
I was waiting for it.
How do you not love Swaggy Joey? This is amazing. And look at how much. This is why there's parity in the NFL. This is what I was talking about with soccer. Why I can't get on board with soccer
going
because
back to
soccer's
soccer.
kind of broken, like college football. There's no parity. The teams with the most money can get the best players all the time, and in the NFL, if I would have told you 5 years ago that the Bengals were going to be in the Super Bowl, you would have said, you're fucking crazy. But Joey B showed up, and he changed the team. The Buffalo Bills. Shit, 10 years ago, Buffalo Bills weren't shit. They were a terrible team.
This is why you don't get rid of your fucking franchise quarterback.
But any of this team you're talking about win a Super Bowl.
Huh?
Does any of these teams you're talking about win a Super Bowl? Like
No,
Cincinnati
but
went to the
they're...
Super Bowl. The Bills went to the Super Bowl multiple times.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard, though. It's so hard. It's so hard.
It's kind of like the Saints. Whoever thought the Saints were going to go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, and win. Yeah. I mean, the Eagles just won a Super Bowl not too long ago, and now they're kind of, they're kind of starting over. It's just wild. The Broncos, they won a Super Bowl not too long ago with Peyton Manning, and it's bizarre to me. It's bizarre that.
But just shows the importance of having a good quarterback.
Yeah, good quarterback, changed the whole team.
Cincinnati,
Cincinnati, of course. I'm riding, baby.
I'm gonna take Cincinnati too.
Oh yeah, Pittsburgh's not gonna be very good this year.
Yeah, I'm not big on Trubisky.
Yeah.
He used to be the Bears quarterback. so-
6.5 point home favorite for Cincinnati. Who you got, Keith?
Cincy.
Yeah.
I'll jump on that.
Easy. New England at Miami. Miami's a 3-point home favorite. I like Miami this year. They're one of my teams that I think is going to be scary good. I like the addition of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I don't think you got a faster two receivers.
Tyreek's going to show that he's just fucking good.
Yeah, and I'll catch it. He's made Patrick Mahomes look very good sometimes with catching it on a 10-yard slant and taking it to the house for 80 yards. I mean, he is so fast, and that offense with the new Mike McDaniels from San Francisco, I think it's going to be amazing to watch. They did a lot of other offseason moves that I really like. Their offensive line, Raheem Mostert, Dijon Mustard. But I'm taking Miami, a 3-point favorite. I don't like New England this year, but I'm going to take Miami to win the game. Is that what y'all said as well?
If I remember correctly, New England was pretty competitive last year.
But what did they do? What did they do to improve themselves this offseason? What did they do to?
Well, they still have the best coach ever.
Oh yeah, he was gifted that.
Look what he did. I mean, look what he did for Tom Brady.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm taking New England in the points.
Oh wow!
Whole 3 points.
Wow.
Coach Belichick, I don't know. You still got to pay his respects to that man over there.
I don't.
He has dominated Miami, but Miami's been a fighting fish, trying to climb in that division.
Who's their coach now?
Mike McDaniels.
Oh, McDaniels.
Yeah,
and saying that with the additions to those really fast wide receivers, I don't think Mr. Belichick is going to be catching up. I'm going Miami, taking that.
Yeah, Miami's going to have a good week 1. And there's going to be some bumps along the way. Tua's not, he's not the best, but I definitely see the Miami being a good team in the AFC this year for sure.
I see Tua doing too much and getting blasted.
Yeah, yep. And he makes poor decisions.
I just think, I would imagine a rookie head coach. Now, he's never been a head coach in this league before, has he?
No, he was an offensive coordinator last year.
You think he's going to have his team ready to go, just like Belichick will?
Well, I think that they've been getting better and better. This Miami team, this young core that they've had.
I'm not saying they won't have a decent year, but I think they're going to have a slow start.
Well, okay, we shall see. Baltimore at the Jets. The Jets are going to be Joe Flacco. And so Baltimore is
really?
Yeah, because Zach Wilson had that little surgery where they scoped his knee. So he's definitely going to be out week 1. So Baltimore, it's a 7-point favorite on the road. I think they're going to cover it. I do think the Jets are going to be better this year. I hope they win more games. This is not a good start that they immediately.
This ain't a home dog. I'm into shit.
How many games did they win last year?
3, I think.
3? Yeah, 3 games.
Yeah, I hope they win more than that. I think they should, but.
Baltimore early
I'm gonna take Baltimore in this.
Yeah, they got a healthy quarterback. I'll give up the 7 points.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a gimme. Baltimore, 7 points.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Yeah, and I wish, that's somewhere the home dogs, like you said, that's somewhere you would hope you can make your money if you're making bets, but I don't think you're going to get any money on that one. Indy at Houston. Indy is a 3-point favorite. I'm going to pick again for. My hope is that we lose every single game. Go for Bryce Young, but I want us to lose every game, so I'm going to pick against Houston every single time, no matter what I really think. And I do think that we lose to Indianapolis. I think they're a good team, and 3 points, I think they can cover that easy against the Texans.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. Home dogs. 3 points, honestly, that seems like a low number, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I think that's just
giving Houston that much credit.
I think people think we're going to be middle of the road good, which I don't really get. I don't know what we did to make you think. How does Davis Mills make you think?
Back when we first started, like when the team first began, they were always like, okay.
Oh, great. Is that
David
what we're back
Carr.
to?
Yeah.
Great.
It's going to be okay.
Great. We need the guy. Okay? We had the guy. He just loves massages. He loves massage porn. It's his favorite. And he can't stop, won't stop.
I think, 3 points. It seems almost disrespectful to Indy. I'm taking Indy too.
Yeah.
Man.
You going to take Indy?
I don't think the Texans are smart enough to lose every game. I've been watching them for a very long time now. And,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
They might just win this one on accident somehow.
They do somehow pull off some stupid shit,
They
but
do.
they don't play well.
They'll end up
against
winning
Indy.
fucking 7 games and getting the fucking 13th pick, and it'll be for nothing.
Wow, it's gonna
Hey,
be
JJ was like the 12th pick or some
What?
shit.
And you went the middle of the season. They're gonna be like ahead in number 1 in the division. The stadium's gonna be packed.
Fucking
and-
Super Bowl or All Star Davis Mills,
Oh my
Pro
God,
Bowler
yeah.
Davis
Oh
Mills.
God, no way, no way. Please no. If that happens, that's so. I feel bad for you, Davis Mills, but look, you're an in between.
Number
Okay.
one waiver
All
wire
right, I'm
pick
going
up
with the
week
spicy
1.
pick. Houston Texans. Let's
What?
Oh,
go.
great. Yeah,
Not
great.
knowing how to lose.
No.
Pulling off the weird one.
And look, Cleveland's going to be bad too with Jacoby Brissett. So if they have a bad record, we could get 2 picks in the top 10. That'd be amazing. Come on. Jesus. Anyways, Philly at Detroit. I'm fly Eagles fly all day. It goes against my believing that the Lions are going to be better because I do think they're going to be better. But this is a tough week 1 matchup. They're 4-point favorites on the road, Philadelphia is, but I still think they win by a touchdown, so I'm taking Philly in this.
I'm gonna go back to the home dogs here, man. Remember
Well,
last year, Detroit?
I like Detroit.
They lost a lot of games, but they lost a lot of games by like 1 point and 3 points. I'll take those 4 points.
Yeah.
At home.
I got you.
Home dogs again.
You taking the home dogs, Key?
No, I like Philly.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is looking really good. I think I see a lot of
I like the A.J.
upside in
Brown.
him. Yes, for sure.
I like the A.J. Brown.
Add a few more weapons for him. I think they're a really good team.
Yeah, I'm with you. I do like the Lions, though. I don't want to talk poorly about the Lions, but I do think Philly wins this game. And then Cleveland at Carolina. Baker Mayfield welcomes his former team
This
with
is gonna be the
Jacoby
game that
Brissett.
they got on Red Zone. This is the
Yeah, they're going to go to
Cleveland,
this a lot.
Carolina.
They're going to go to this a lot. Not that I want to really see either one of these shitty teams play each other, but
Is Baker gonna start?
Yeah, Baker's starting. Yeah. Of course he is.
Didn't he say something about he's gonna fuck him up or some shit?
Oh yeah, he said. Oh,
Didn't
that's
he
definitely
say
what he
that?
said.
Verbatim is what he said.
Yeah, I
Fuck
think he
him
said
up.
I'm gonna fuck him up. Yeah, that's awesome. And I think he does. I think with Jacoby Brissett, I think it's too much for the moment's too much for Jacoby Brissett in this, and that Baker is going to play well because it's going to be week 1, and they're gonna. And so you get Christian McCaffrey for week 1 for sure.
I was gonna say last year they were pretty good the first few weeks,
Yeah,
right?
'cause that's the
Weren't
first.
they 3-0?
Yeah, you get Christian McCaffrey for 3 weeks,
And then they,
he's
like,
out
lost
for
on-
8,
yeah, and then
you get him for 3 weeks, and then he's out for the
Well,
rest
and
of the year.
also last year, for some reason, fucking what's his name? We were like, oh, is he a good quarterback? What the fuck's his name? Who's the best? Sam Darnold.
Oh, okay, yes.
We even questioned, is Sam Darnold a good quarterback?
Well, yeah. Now he might have broke his ankle in that
Well,
preseason game,
I'm just saying,
but he's not.
the first few weeks, Carolina looked really good, and then
They
they
did.
ended up dog shit. So
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
I'm going with Carolina too. The first few weeks, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, and Baker's got to win this game. So.
Oh yeah, Baker's charged up. He'll probably throw a couple interceptions,
He
but
probably will.
they're
He
gonna
probably will.
win.
2.5. Yeah. Little dumps to McCaffrey all day long.
Yeah,
Cleveland
Hopefully,
can't handle
DJ
that.
Moore for you.
Yes, sir.
yeah. That DJ Moore is definitely going to be somebody's going to catch these balls. I don't,
Right, and he
I don't
was
believe in
last
Robbie
year.
Anderson, so I think it's all DJ Moore. So.
But see, Donald also was fucking locked in on fucking DJ Moore
But
last year.
Baker's going to be the same way. He's going to see who the athlete is and who the guy that's always
Oh, he's
getting
always open,
Yeah. Giants at Tennessee. I think that's a 5.5 for
Damn, that's a
Tennessee.
big number.
I agree. I mean, with the Giants are dog shit. What have the Giants done to get
They
better?
also have a brand new coach too, right?
Yeah, they're going to keep having a brand new coach. I mean, Daniel Jones is not the answer. They've got Kenny Galladay. They've got Kadarius Tooney. They're just not a complete team. The defense
Yeah.
isn't really that much better. So
Yeah.
I think Tennessee wins this game.
5.5. I don't like the number, but I'm with you.
Yeah.
Although I do think Tennessee probably take a step back this year,
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
unless your boy.
Not early though.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Not
this should
early.
be fine.
Early, this should be the Derrick Henry show, and he's gonna
Yeah.
fucking run him over. You know. So
I'm rooting for Derrick Henry to stay healthy because that shit's fun to
I
watch.
love him. I love him. I'm with
It's
you.
fun to watch.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
taking Tennessee?
Yeah.
Same here. I
Yeah.
think ease the workload early for them. I think they learned from what's been going on with him in the recent years of just overworking this cat.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
for sure.
You know, they grow a brain and
So you don't want 30 touches?
I'll take all the touchdowns.
Well, again, like, so you 20 touches would be enough, I think. Right, give him 20 touches a
give
game.
Give him a couple out of the backfield.
So
You got to.
The problem is that I think the analytics was that if he got like 25 plus touches a game, they won. Yeah, and so like fuck. But if he's not there, if he's not there in the playoffs, then what's the point?
Drop it 3 or 4 maybe.
Right. Yeah. So I think we're all going Tennessee here. Giants just not a very good team. Green Bay at Minnesota. This is the one I went against. The only one I went against the spread. I just don't like Green Bay. I don't like the fact that their receivers are so bleh. The receivers just don't really do anything for me. So I'm going to go with Minnesota to win this home game. To start off the attack on winning this division. I think Minnesota has a chance to win this division. They're going to have to fight for it, but I think that Green Bay is kind of taken down a notch for sure with no Devontae Adams. So I'm going Minnesota.
Another home dog, and I actually think they're going to win it outright also. So definitely go Minnesota.
Yeah.
Really? I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to go with Green Bay.
You're going to go with the green.
Yeah. You know,
well, against us.
Yeah, I'm going with Green Bay. Devontae Adams is, yes, off the team. But I think Aaron Rodgers is one of those quarterbacks that can shine.
Well, listen, Minnesota definitely fucks things up. So, it wouldn't surprise me if Minnesota did what Minnesota does.
That's it. But that was my next point. Yeah. Minnesota likes to fuck shit up.
Yeah, I hear you.
They lost a lot of games last year that they were leading,
ones.
didn't they?
Yeah,
they did. They lost a bunch of leads in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, for sure.
With a great team, a mediocre quarterback is doing good things. And they have chances, but they like to fuck shit up, man.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I picked Minnesota to kind of be an upset over Green Bay this year, so I think that's why I rode with it week 1, but we shall see. That's a good game, though. Jacksonville at Washington, not so good of a game. I guess to see what Jacksonville is.
It would be kind of cool. Jacksonville, good. Both of them are question marks.
Yeah,
right?
let's see. Yeah. It's 2 JV teams playing each other at the end of the day, but I'm going to take Washington at home here.
Who was it? Somebody was saying I was listening to. They're like, the best thing that Jacksonville's got going for them is they don't have fucking Urban Meyer as their coach.
Oh yeah, Rich Eisen says that all the time. The best thing that they have going for him is that he is not their coach anymore. That Urban Meyer is not their coach. Urban Meyer's out there kicking kickers and didn't know that he had subbed out James Robinson for an entire game and all kinds of wild shit. So yeah, it is probably a good thing. But Washington Commanders are a 3-point favorite at home. And I'll go with the Commanders for the first week.
For the fighting Carson Wentz's.
Yeah, and then it'll get their hopes up. They'll be like, "Oh, we're a good team," and then they'll get smoked for the rest of the year. I don't think they're a good team, but I think they just end up winning a close game with another struggle.
Yeah, this is a weird one. I'll take them because they're at home.
Yeah,
Washington.
Yeah. What you got, Keith?
I'm going to Washington. Jacksonville's going to have a hard fight ahead of them.
Yeah.
Weak division, but they look pretty bad this year. I think Jacksonville's going to be one of the worst teams in the league this year.
As usual.
Washington is going to be any good, but I'm taking Washington +3.
Yeah. I think it's a good one. Then we got Kansas City at Arizona.
-3.
Kansas City at Arizona.
Let's say 4.5.
4.5 favorite on the road.
Another home dog.
I don't like Arizona this year. I'm kind of backpedaling on them altogether. I don't like Kyler Murray. I think that he's too small for this league, and I think that Kansas City has something to prove. I think they've heard all the naysayers out there being like, "Oh, no Tyreek, they're not going to be as good, and they're not going to win this division." And I think they come out this first game and they kind of light it up. I think they light Arizona up. No DeAndre Hopkins. I'm going to take Kansas City on the road. 4.5.
Another home dog. Shit.
And Arizona started off hot last year.
That's almost what I was about to say. I remember last year that Arizona was very good in the beginning.
I get it.
They got J.J. Watt's fucking healthy for his couple games, right? Kyler is healthy. He's not beat up yet. Because I think that's what happened to him is he got hurt. Once he came back from the injury, he just never was 100%. I'm going to take Arizona.
Okay.
Really?
And the disrespect begins.
One of those. I hate to say it, but Kansas City. I got Mahomes on the squad. I think he has something to prove.
Yeah.
I think he's an elite quarterback that made Tyreek look good as well.
Yeah, and I mean, they didn't really lose anything. They're still the same. They're the same caliber of team.
Right. Probably not as fast.
When you got Mahomes, don't fucking matter. I think he's going to sling it to Mecole Hardman, to Juju Smith, to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I think Sky Moore. I'm big on Sky Moore, the rookie. So I'm going with Kansas City in this. Then a very good game, best game of the week, I think. Yeah. Maybe Buffalo Rams, but this has got to be a second. This is one of the better games. Vegas at Chargers. Two very good teams in their own division.
That's a divisional game to start.
Yep, and I've already talked about how I do have the Raiders after I do. See, the Raiders start off with a lot of their own division. I think in the first 5 weeks they have a couple of them, but then the rest of their schedule is actually really easy. They got a pretty easy ride as far as the rest of the schedule. So did the Dolphins. If you look through the Dolphins schedule, you're like, because I went through and I did all the picks, and so I saw matchups, and there's a lot of easy matchups for the Raiders, but this is not an easy one. They have to go into LA and play the Chargers, who are going to be a very good team. Their defense is stacked. I mean, Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa on the defensive line, and then you've got JC Jackson, and Derwin James as safeties, and good line. They've been a good young defense for a while, so I think it's going to be a tough task. I see a very close game. The Chargers are a 3-point favorite at home. And I'm going to say that the Chargers win this game. I think it's a close game. If it goes the other way, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm going to take the Chargers randomly.
I know who Keith's taking.
But he agrees with me. This is a tough first game.
Oh, yeah, it's a tough first game. I'm just picking wise who I want. Honestly, I can see Vegas winning this one outright. I'll take Vegas in the points.
Okay. I got you.
Man, when I saw this week 1, I was like, gulp.
Yeah.
It's a good test to see where you're at.
Pretty ass quarterback slinging that ball. That man's got an arm. He can. That dude's got an arm.
Yeah,
and their defense is stacked. And like I said, our secondary, I don't believe in. There's going to be a offensive battle. And fuck the Chargers. Go Raiders.
Yeah,
I knew he was taking the Raiders.
I hear you.
With everything being said, yeah.
I went back and forth on that one a lot because it's they're both really good teams, but I hear you. It could go either way.
Yeah, I agree. I probably think one of the best football games other than Buffalo Rams.
Yeah.
On the lineup for week
and that's going to be later on in the evening too. That's going to be one of the 3:00 games too, so that'll be good. Tampa at Dallas is the night game on Sunday. Tampa is only a 2-point favorite on the road. That is disrespectful. They should at least give Tom Brady 7 points, and no matter where he goes, just because of who he is. He should start with that in Vegas every single week. But 2 points for sure. He's covering the 2 points. Dallas has no one.
Lots of home dogs this week.
Dallas has no Michael Gallup. James Washington broke his foot, so that was a receiver that they were counting on to kind of come in and be a slot guy to fill in that Cedric Wilson hole. They have basically CeeDee Lamb, Dalton Schultz, and the running backs. Their receiving core is very, very weak. Now, on the flip side, Tampa Bay's offensive line is beat up. And the defense for Dallas will actually be the shining star. The defense for Dallas is actually much better than the offense is. Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs are fucking awesome. So I would see the Dallas defense actually playing pretty well.
I think that's why the 2 points.
Yeah, I get it. But I think that Tom Brady, with all these weapons, getting the ball, especially week 1, he's going to be so prepared. They're going to come out there and just get rid of the ball fast. It's going to be Sunday night, primetime football. I think he goes out there, and I think Tom Brady wets his fucking whistle and lets everybody know that the 45-year-old Thanos has not decided to step away yet. You're going to have to go back in time and kill him. So that's basically the only way you're going to be able to stop Tom Brady is to create a time machine. So what you guys got?
I'll take Tampa Bay too.
Yeah.
Dallas is going to be playing catch up the whole entire game. Tampa Bay's offense is going to.
Yeah.
I think it's going to blow over that defense. I think Diggs is going to have a.
He's got a lot of
difficult year.
weapons.
He's going to have a difficult year.
He's got a lot of
He's gonna
weapons.
pick in like every game.
No,
again.
no, we don't think he's going to do that.
No, I don't know about that, but he is a good player, and I think that their defense will be better than their offense because I just don't know what they have on offense, and it's a matter of time before Zeke goes out, and it's a matter of time before CeeDee Lamb gets banged up because he's getting so many fucking targets. So I'm not big on Dallas this year. I'm kind of down on Dallas, and I'm always gonna ride with you, Tom. You know I love you. Everyone knows I shout it from the rooftops. Denver at Seattle is the Monday night game. 6.5 point favorite on the road. Denver is. Russell Wilson is going back to the 12s.
It's crazy. He's going back on Monday night.
They knew what they were doing. The NFL knew what they were doing. They were like, "Where is that?"
Did they make this schedule after he got traded?
Yeah. They're no dum dums. They know what's up.
And who's Seattle's starting quarterback?
That's going to be Geno Smith.
Oh, really?
And
That's who they went with?
Geno Smith over Drew Lock. Because they said, fuck it. I think Denver easily covers 6.5 points. Seattle is going to be one of the worst teams in the league. I definitely see Seattle losing a lot of games.
I agree. I'm going to start all my Broncos in this one.
Yeah, I agree with that. They got rid of Bobby Wagner. They're basically DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett are be running around with their hands up in the air going, I'm open. But he's not. Geno Smith's going to be on his back. Their offensive line is retooling. Not a good team.
I don't think they ain't trying to win.
I think they're trying to lose as well. I think they want that CJ Stroud or they want that Bryce Young.
I agree. I think the Seahawks look like Macklemore thrift shop right now.
Yeah.
It's going to be time until they start trading away their assets and hopefully lose.
I think they've accepted it too. I think they've just kind of gone. They've thrown in the towel. So
yeah, and I was just in Denver, beautiful city.
Yep.
I'm going with them.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
Let's ride into the next down.
Third down.
The Joe Rogan experience. So the Joe Rogan, the man, the myth, the legend. I talked about this last week, but I want to talk about it with the guys where they had.
Oh, this is how I know about it.
Yeah.
I listened to it last
Yeah,
week.
Aaron Rodgers went onto the Joe Rogan experience, and he was talking about Joe Rogan. Of course, loves to talk about this because he loves to talk about the whole COVID conspiracy and everything that happened with COVID, and he is talking about Aaron Rodgers' experience with COVID and Aaron Rodgers going through the protocols with the NFL and that people calling him a liar and that he was endangering people and all this fucking bullshit. But Aaron Rodgers talks about how that he was very upfront with them, that he had an allergy and that he was not going to take the vaccine
Mm-hmm.
and that he would do whatever he had to do, and he wore a wristband and he was away from the other players and he couldn't
Shunned them.
they couldn't work out at the same time as the other players. They couldn't be in the workout room with them. They could be in practice, but they couldn't be in like an enclosed space with them, and all of this stuff that basically, and he talked about for him it's okay because I'm Aaron Rodgers. Like, I'm going to be on the team. But if you were on the bubble, you basically were forced to take this vaccine. You were shunned into having to take the vaccine. So it's very interesting to me. First of all, it's a taboo conversation. You're not really supposed to have this conversation, especially it seems like on the internet. Seems like you can get flagged for that kind of thing and talking about it, but
Get canceled and
you
shit.
can get canceled. Joe Rogan don't give a fuck, and I
Can't cancel that, man.
You can't cancel him, and you can't cancel us because we exist, and you can't make me not exist, and we won't stop existing, and I will exist either.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Even if I don't put this on YouTube, I'll just record it and I'll play it back later for myself and slowly edge myself out until I come at the end.
Put it in a time capsule.
And it will for the entire 2 hours. Anyways, I just thought it was interesting. I just thought it was cool because they were being really open about that it was kind of stupid. Yes, there was a lot of we got to be safe. safe, and everyone didn't know what was going on, but a lot of it was out of no common sense. And Aaron Rodgers actually didn't sound like a dum-dum. I'm not a big Aaron Rodgers fan, but he came off kind of like he did his research. He like went to doctors and he had them do tests, and he was big on what was healthy for him and the fact that he did have this allergy and he's afraid of putting things in his body. He's a health nut. I mean, he is in great shape. So I don't know. I thought that it was nice to hear, and of course Joe Rogan is such a good perspective on it because he too is not an idiot about it. He too has done tons of research about it and knows all the scientific terminology and shit like that, and the medicines and the steps he took to get over COVID. So
Aaron Rodgers is actually the one that called Joe Rogan.
Yeah, to say like, what should I do? Like, tell me what I should do.
Right when he found out.
Joe Rogan said that's happened to him over 20 times, that he's helped so many people get through COVID with his knowledge of what to take and how to get past it. Now, the very next day, if you're on his stuff, that you can be like, oh, and I feel fine.
Like 3 days max.
Yep. So COVID is over, thanks to Joe Rogan, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. And
thanks, Joe Rogan.
I thought Aaron Rodgers sounded pretty cool, man. I really am.
So are you calming down your hatred for the man, or what?
No, as far as a football player goes, he is a puss. And when it comes to the big moment, his butthole puckers super hard.
What if the psychedelics have gotten him over that?
You know what? I like the psychedelic side of it too. That was another good point. That was one of the things that he talks about on the Joe Rogan Experience too. He talks about going and doing ayahuasca and doing mushrooms, and how he just kind of like the death of the ego and the feeling of just kind of that you are a very small organism in this whole big machine that is the world. And yes, it's cool that you're this great quarterback, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. Anyways, it was just cool. It's what everybody that takes psychedelics, I feel like, goes through, where they kind of have this moment where they're like, oh, I get it. And that's what it was, I think, for him. And so it was cool to hear him be so open about it. It was cool to see two super famous dudes just sitting talking, chatting the shit. It was a good Joe Rogan. So I wanted to shout that out. Yeah, I should definitely check it out.
Do you catch him on the Pat McCaffrey podcast?
Yeah,
he's
on
a regular in there too.
Every week, every week he's on the McAfee show. But you know what? And I've seen those, but those are more jokey. Right. I don't know what it is about the Pat McAfee show. I like it, but it's very going for the moment here. Hey, how's it going there, guy? I'm gonna scream at you a little bit, and then we're gonna go on. I'm cool with it, but it's just I don't know. This was different. This was more chill.
Oh yeah,
Aaron was way more open.
Way more
this was serious. Yeah. I was listening to him on a road trip, and I was like, "This is not your everyday Joe Rogan podcast. Is a little more on the serious tip." Yeah,
and it definitely seemed like they could maybe get some backlash from the way they were talking about just kind of being more just. Don't just do something just because they were not pro-vax. They definitely weren't saying like, go get this vaccine. They were like, you should look into it for yourself. And so it was cool to hear. Check it out. Wow, the Joe Rogan Experience.
Aaron Rodgers actually discount double checking his job. But
what?
He was talking about the NFL and how they handled it too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the disrespect towards the NFL was real from Aaron Rodgers, and he's probably one of the only ones that can talk that way.
Right.
Because like, what you gonna do about it?
He's almost done with them.
Yeah, crazy. All right, cool. Well, check out that on the Joe Rogan Experience. We're gonna move on.
4th down.
UFC. Cyril Gane and Tai Tuivasa fought in Paris on Saturday. It was a heavyweight match that was badass. Cyril Gane is from Paris, so this was like, dude, they were like singing like soccer, like they were all chanting and singing together.
They do that. It's so awesome.
But during a fight,
They do it when they're drinking and shit. Like, that's like an English thing. Like,
but dude, this Cyril Gane tied to a.
You talking about soccer again?
Yeah.
No, I won't talk about it again.
You just did.
But Cyril Gane and Tai Tuivasa Man, this fight was fucking incredible. Y'all should definitely go check it out.
I was gonna say those are two guys that I would like to watch.
They fucking slugged it out. Tai Tuivasa is so fucking tough. And at one point, he got him in the gut. Cyril Gane hit him in the gut so many times, and you saw Tai Tuivasa's face like, fuck, this hurts so bad. But he kept firing back. He would get hit, and he would fire back. It was an awesome fight. But Cyril Gane knocked him out in the third round. It was clean. He kicked him. He kicked him one more time to the gut, but then when he was turning away from him, he just a left hook. He caught him right in the jaw and just knocked him the fuck out.
Is he the champ?
No, Francis Ngannou is technically still the champ, but
they fought though, right?
They did, and Francis Ngannou beat him and took him down, which was terrifying. That all of a sudden now Francis knows how to wrestle. Oh shit! What? So he's been training with Kamaru Usman, and now he knows how to wrestle? That's fucking terrifying. And then Robert Whittaker and Martin Vettori was the co-main event. It was also a badass fight. Not really. The first round was the second round they picked it up a little bit, but by the third round they were swinging for the fences, and it was a really close fight, but Robert Whittaker won by decision. But it was a good card, and there was another guy in there named Magomedov. Not like Khabib.
Yeah,
it's like with an M or something like that.
The big guy with the beard and shit.
Dude, he front kicked this guy in the face so fucking hard. Oh my god, it knocked his mouthpiece out and then like busted his lip immediately. And then he did it in 15 seconds. The fight is 13 seconds long. So Magomedov, go look him up. It'll take you 15 seconds to watch him murder a guy. And it was his debut.
That was a UFC one though, right?
Yeah, it was a fight night. It wasn't like
it was a fight night?
Yeah, it was like a free fight night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, but you can go back and see it. And you should definitely check both those fights out. They're fucking awesome. And the Magomedov guy is awesome.
I was watching soccer,
but we didn't talk about it on here. I mean, we did a little. Did
you see Holland scored 10 points? He got his 10th goal in 6 games.
I don't understand what you're saying to me. But Leon,
it's only been done one other time.
Did you know that Leon Edwards was going to just go back into the ether? He was going to be shuffled back into the deck. He was a minute away from being forgotten. Mm-hmm. His life, he probably would have made.
I'm getting deja vu. I think we did talk about this.
He probably would have made $100,000 in his entire career, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it 7 more times. This head kick.
I'm just saying. I think
this head kick was amazing. It was amazing. The fact that he landed it with less than a minute to go, and it was just clean and knocked him out the way that it did.
It was really beautiful.
It was after the post-fight speech that he gave with Joe Rogan was like gives you goosebumps, like unbelievable. Way to go, Leon Edwards. Hey, did y'all see Donovan Mitchell got traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers?
I did not.
Yeah, Colin Sexton and that Laurie Markkanen young kid and a bunch of draft picks. And Donovan Mitchell is now going to join Darius Garland and Mobley, their young rookie that was really good, and who's the other one?
Dude, they got hurt.
But anyways,
Allen.
Chris LeVert. They've got Chris LeVert as well. Yeah, they've got Jared Allen, the big center. Cleveland's going to be a good-ass team. Going to be a good team. But I don't know if you guys have been watching these fun, British, wild Dragons and Mystery of the Fantasy World. House of Dragons is a Game of Thrones prequel that has been going on. I've talked about it a little bit, but honestly it's been very boring. But this last Sunday, 2 days ago, woo! Now we talking.
No, I gotta go back and rewatch it. I know, essentially I know what happened, but I need to go back and rewatch it.
We got dragons. We got dragons burning motherfuckers alive.
Yeah.
We got fight scenes. We had a really badass scene where the guy was. It seemed like he was gonna surrender.
Yeah,
he had his sword up like this, and he was like gonna surrender. He waited till a whole bunch of guys got near him. And
Spoiler alert. I didn't see the other one, so don't tell me about it.
Okay. But yeah. Wait, Rings of Power.
Yeah. I haven't seen that.
Okay,
yet.
good. Okay, I won't spoil it then. But it's the Lord of the Rings prequel.
All right.
Oh,
So-
these are prequels.
And now it's the time of prequels. We've run out of stories that we can come up with for the future
So,
that are
yeah,
new
make up
stories.
shit for
So
them,
let's
yeah.
just use stories so that we can go back and talk about them from
Probably
before.
walking through another forest, mountains, plains.
But this one's pretty cool, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I went into it with not a
Trees
lot of high
walking.
expectations, and I was locked in. It was way better than the first 2 episodes of House of Dragons. They spent $750 million on this TV show for
Oh,
Amazon
shit.
Prime.
God damn.
And you can fucking tell, like it looks amazing. It looks like the old Lord of the Rings movies, but with today's CGI, it's just so good. And it is badass. I've watched both of them. There's 2 hours, but I was locked in the
each
whole
2
time.
hours?
No, there's 2 episodes, 1 hour each.
Gotcha.
But I highly recommend Rings of Power. I'm coming around on House of Dragons.
I like the House of Dragons.
The
so
first 2
far.
episodes were a little too politicky.
Yeah, they had to kind of set the stage.
Yeah,
I guess.
okay.
Yeah, like introduce all the characters.
You have
and-
dragons, you know? Let's do
Yeah.
something with the dragons. Let me see the
He
dragons.
is very hesitant to use them. Isn't
Yeah,
he?
it's the
kind
House
of
of
weird.
Dragons. Yeah, you've got the dragons. Go burn the city. Anyways, don't give me a dragon because I'm going to do it for evil things. I'm not going to be I'm going to be bad Khaleesi where I set King's Landing on fire. Man, we've been doing this for a minute. Who knows how long?
I don't remember when we
Who knows how
started,
long?
so-
Who knows how long? But Keith, it was great to have you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for
This
having
was
me
this
by.
was the
It's fun.
dream for all of us sitting around yelling at each other, yelling about sports and God knows what. We're gonna be back for more.
I'll try to make it back next week.
Hey,
It's
you
my
know-
goal to make it here every week during the season.
If we have you, we will love it. If not, I will sit here and yell at myself. If you cancel me because of COVID, I will sit here and I will yell at myself. I don't care.
You gotta tell people to hit the like button and subscribe.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what? We never do that. That's a good idea. Definitely hit subscribe.
They don't know
Pound
to
that
do
shit.
it.
Yeah, pound the button. We've gotten more subscribers, so I really appreciate y'all. I'm going to try to be better about shouting out on other
I
social
don't think we
medias.
said fuck that much in this
Fuck!
episode.
Damn it! Shit! Cut balls!
No, it's too late now.
Oh, you
the
don't-
algorithm doesn't give a fuck
Oh, the
anymore.
algorithm doesn't care now. Fuck you,
Apparently
algorithm!
after the first
you
10
hear me here at the end? Scroll to the end, algorithm!
You only
Fuck
gotta-
you! I've never met you, algorithm, but if it's on site. It's on site if we ever meet. It's on site.
like Eddie Jed.
Oh, just like Eddie Jeb. I hope you watch it,
Oh, wait.
Eddie Jeb. You come to find me, Eddie Jeb. All right, that's it. Fuck it. We'll see you later.
Our win is 8-man league.